There's a few places to look.
Yeah, there is. I think we're live anyway.
We should be live. Cool. So we're just going to give everyone a few minutes to get logged in.
Yep.
And we're going to check YouTube because we're going to watch it on YouTube, which we've never done actually. Yeah, there we go. Weekly Gen Chat Live. There we are. Interesting.
If we could just know that the sound is all right, that would be good.
A sound check from someone, whoever is first. I think we're first, actually. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you might need to minimise that.
Why's that?
Because it's quite distracting. Thank you.
Well, you don't want two versions of us.
No, not really.
It's the fun with multiple screens.
Hi, Elaine. Is our sound all right? Have we got the right mics on and things? Somebody could just let us know that you can hear us.
Sound check.
Sound check, please.
I can hear you fine.
I know you can hear me. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Karen, thanks for that.
Thank you.
Karen, Elaine, and Spirit Med. Cool. Perfect. So, it's another Monday. Whatever happens, it feels like we leave this room on Monday, and then we're back here on Monday. And it doesn't feel like 7 days have elapsed in the middle, really.
No, so it feels a little bit like Groundhog Day, doesn't it? Our whole week is more or less the same.
Seems like it. Yeah, well, it's a job, isn't it? Basically, as Chen's mentioned to you, you're working for me, basically.
Magdalena, Michael, Ruth, evening or morning, maybe, wherever you are.
Probably morning for Michael, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Well, lunchtime, actually, is 5 hours back, aren't they?
Vanessa.
So, yeah. Vanessa's here. Hi, Natalie. Good to see you.
Candy, hi.
Hi, Candy. Good to have you on.
Yeah.
We're just also we're noticing what's going on between Facebook and YouTube, because lots of people seem to have moved over to YouTube, oddly. So we're wondering whether everyone's fed up with Facebook.
Yeah.
I think I'm fed up with Facebook, to be fair.
Yeah, we never post anything on our personal profiles anymore.
I don't get a chance to, because it's all going on the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, actually, whilst we're talking about it, just to if you guys do let us know what your preference is. Have you moved to YouTube? Or are you watching more things on YouTube? Or have you just got fed up with Facebook?
Abandoned Facebook, perhaps?
Or do you love Facebook still, of course, which might be pertinent too, really?
Well, it's all adverts. I know we probably contribute to adverts, don't we, for a lot of people? But yeah, it's definitely changed. But Facebook, Magdalena's on Facebook. Nick, hi Nick. We've got one of your questions this evening.
Oh, that's good. It's always good if someone's on to put a question in.
Yeah, and Elaine's as well. Catherine's not here, is she? Ruth is.
Ruth's here.
Yeah, Ruth's got a question for Chen.
Ruth's got a question.
Yeah.
Why can't Ruth answer it herself? It's lazy, Ruth.
YouTube. Lisa, Facebook. YouTube for Michael.
Okay, that's interesting. Too many ads on YouTube. Now that's interesting. We thought there were too many ads on Facebook. So yeah, let's change a bit then, really. So I think tonight we were going to talk about spring, really, spring clean. We were having a cup of tea this morning, looked out of the window, lots of birds appeared on the trees outside because we've got lots of feeders hanging off them, and probably rats that we don't see, hopefully.
I might see them.
Yes, you have seen a big rat, to be fair.
Too.
But then that comes with feeding the birds, doesn't it? If you're going to feed the birds, you're going to get the rats, basically. So, but we did notice that the trees are starting to kind of blossom slightly, and there's a few green shoots appearing, which is good. So kind of spring. It felt like spring today in the UK, where the sun came out for about 3 minutes. So we kind of made the most of that because it's rained for about the last 8 weeks or something, non-stop. So we haven't seen the sun, basically. For you guys in the States that have plenty of the sun, we obviously don't get the same exposure in that way, really. So that was quite nice. Then we started talking about spring, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yep.
Spring cleans.
Yes. Yes.
Energetic spring cleans. It's probably a good time to think about your energy levels, really. As our energy levels start to come up, a bit like a kind of hedgehog, I guess, coming out of hibernation, they probably come out pretty hungry because hedgehogs obviously live somewhere probably damp and cold for the duration of winter. Then when they wake up, I'm sure they're probably ravenous. So.
Well, not ours, because ours have got a little house.
Ours has got a house, and they
Yes.
get fed lots of mealyworms and calci worms. I think we feed them.
Not
don't
so
we?
much through the winter, obviously.
No.
They're hibernating, aren't they? But we've got a hedgehog house at the bottom of the garden, so ours are nice and warm and cosy, aren't they?
Yep. So
Our
we
little hedgies
sit around at night and watch all these hedgehogs appear in the
in the
garden.
summer.
Basically,
Yeah.
at about 10 o'clock at night. It's like a hedgehog festival in the garden,
Yes.
which annoys the
Yeah.
dog. But of course, that is this whole thing that energetically we're the same. So we've been kind of hibernating for winter energetically, and now we're going to start to come alive. In theory, the sun comes out, we should start to feel a bit better, a bit more energy. So it's a good time to think about your energy levels, doing a house spring clean, get the windows open, get the doors open,
Air it out.
smudging, sage, tinctures, get some sound going around the house, and then a spring clean for you too, obviously. So think about meditation, grounding, clearing your energy, checking your sovereignty levels. So there's a whole kind of host of things that we all talk about and we all do. But sometimes when you do this every day, you do forget to do it yourself, of course. So I think spring is a good time to kind of reset effectively and think, right, spring's here. So I need to bring myself back into kind of waking consciousness. And the first thing is clearing your field, clearing your energy, grounding yourself. So spiritual clearings or cleaning is the same thing, really. And again, for you guys that are interested, I know there's lots of new people that have sort of found us and followed us. So we've got plenty of things on the website, free meditations that you can do, which of course bring you back to sovereignty, grounding, clearing, that kind of stuff. So there's lots of information on our website, which is andy-porter.co.uk. So head over there, download some things, have a listen to some podcasts, some audios, that kind of stuff. And we've got plenty of content again on YouTube and of course Facebook with tips and tricks, techniques for clearing, healing, grounding, bringing yourself back into kind of spiritual, energetic clearing, really. So I think that's kind of my take on this week is, time to wake up. Let's kind of come back online, throw off winter, start to get ourselves aligned for spring. I think it's good as well. Different people do different things for kind of spring. I quite like the concept of getting out, go for a walk, get into the woods.
You've been to Avebury today, haven't you?
Yeah, took Bert out today to
Yeah.
Avebury, which was quite muddy. But again, connecting to the stones in Avebury, connecting to nature, just kind of bringing yourself back into that. I'm waking up effectively, so I'm bringing myself back online, which I think is quite a nice way to see that, really.
Yeah.
So I can see we've got a few questions.
There's a couple coming in. Oh, Leon said we get rabbits near ours in the Wildford. I bet they're lovely to watch, aren't they, when they're leaping through the field?
Yeah, that's quite sweet, actually.
Love watching nature.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? Nature wakes up as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. The solar eclipse tomorrow.
Okay, some questions coming in.
Yes.
What were you going to say? Solar eclipse tomorrow?
Yeah, Patty's.
Yeah,
The solar
you were
eclipse
talking
tomorrow.
about that.
Yes, I know.
Is this the one that you can still see the moon behind the sun, or is it the other way around?
It appears red, doesn't it?
Sun.
The moon appears red because of the sun.
Oh, right, okay.
So
the sun's in front of the moon, basically. Is it the way?
I thought it was next.
That way round? You can see how on the case we are with the solar
Is it
eclipse.
this week?
Patty, you can tell us.
Yes.
You've mentioned it. You
Fill
probably
us
know.
in. I have done a bit of research, but I didn't think it was yet. I was just writing down another question actually as well.
There's some good questions here.
Yes,
actually.
there is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, any of you that have got questions, just pop them in the chat. Jayne will pick them up, put them to Chen when we start to get cracking, which will be good.
Yeah. Tina Brown working in the space industry.
Right. Yeah.
Feels like she's a beacon for some type of communication.
That's
That's an
interesting.
interesting question.
Interesting place to be as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Candy's asking. Candy wants a little nod towards the global markets.
Crypto.
That's interesting. That would be quite an interesting one as well, actually. Because lots of people
Yeah.
are moving money from, kind of legacy markets, I guess, into crypto. So crypto is the kind of big new thing, isn't it? For lots of people.
Yeah.
But of course, it does come with risks, like everything, really. I think it's something we haven't really got into much. We've got a bit of crypto, but we're not really trusting it
I don't like
particularly.
to take chances.
Well, we don't trust it because it's new,
Yeah. Yes.
and there's a lot of,
Yes.
there's a lot of kind of
There's a lot of speculation about it,
Yeah.
isn't there?
And there's a lot of
So-
negativity around who's running these things, what they're doing. There's lots of coins, and they seem to come and go every 2 minutes. And of course, there's companies that will be cashing in behind the scenes on people that may be a bit more naive or don't understand it quite as well, perhaps as well. So, yeah, I think the crypto conversation is really interesting, though. Actually,
Yeah, well, we can ask Chen about it, can't we?
yeah,
Oh, I
that'd be
can.
cool. You can, yeah. Tell me afterwards.
Yeah, I'm only
Perfect.
writing these down because the chat moves quite quickly, so I can't find them otherwise.
Oh, it does actually. So, I guess we can get going. Unless anyone's got anything else. So we were going to talk about our course, actually. So we obviously run protection courses and spiritual development courses. So I used to run a spiritual meditation and protection course. Well, I've been running it for years now, probably 10 years, I suppose. So lots of people did that course, and there wasn't really like a kind of follow-on from that, really. So again, lots of people are asking, when we finish the protection course, can't we move on to kind of self-development course? So we actually listened after quite a few years and decided that we would. So starting on March the 3rd, we've got a self-development course where we actually put people in breakout rooms, and it's a very interactive course. So it's not me just talking and guiding and running meditations, which is normal for me. This is more of you're in breakout rooms together or in groups. You're kind of doing automatic writing. The guides are coming through, writing through you. We're doing kind of dream journaling, still doing meditation, still doing protection, that kind of stuff. But it's much more
Safe
hands-on.
environment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a safe space of people that are the same as you and us, really. That's kind of guided, managed, and looked after. But it's more about your development. So you giving oracle readings to each other, you giving intuitive readings to each other. So the sort of thing that I really enjoyed when I was learning to progress spiritually, I used to go to groups every week, a couple of groups. We used to sit around in a circle. We take it in turns to try and channel information from the guides, give information, do readings for each other, play with oracle cards, that kind of stuff. It's quite good fun, and it's a very good way to develop your intuition, which of course is your connection to spirit effectively. So that'll be quite interesting. So if you guys are interested, that's running on March the 3rd.
Yeah.
Every week it's a Tuesday night, I think.
Yeah, for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yes.
Info's on the website, so hop over
Yeah.
to andy-poulter.co.uk, click on courses and events, and you'll see that the whole content of what we cover is on that webpage.
Currently have an offer, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I think with that, let's get Chen in and I'll hand over.
Take your watch off.
Always have this rigmarole.
Oh, yeah.
And you notice the room's not too hot yet.
No, I've got the landing window wide open tonight. Yeah.
So it might be freezing, not really boiling.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be a little bit colder.
Yes. Cool. Okay, I'll get Chen in and we'll go from there. That's yours. Good day, my dear.
Hello, Chen. How are you?
Welcome to everyone else. I am very, very well, my dear.
As always.
Of course. I don't have this physical body to be concerned with. Therefore, we have no problems.
No. You're not the ones that are eating chocolate, are you, up there?
Well, the chocolate conversation was very amusing last week.
Yes.
Even as I left, I was still chuckling to myself. Because I knew Andrew would be slightly annoyed that we'd been having fun, of course, at his expense.
He never really minds.
No, he's very good.
He's got very broad shoulder.
Yes, he's very good. Part of the reason that I picked him, of course.
Yes.
Well, we picked each other, of course, effectively, but
yeah,
there is a selection process, of course, that's required when you're going to be working with someone for the latter part of their whole life whilst you're in the physical. Then we as guides have to select the type of personality and person that matches ours.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, because of course, if I'm very jovial, which of course we know that I am, then there wouldn't be much point me being aligned with someone that wasn't jovial and was very formal, because of course the two personalities wouldn't amalgamate particularly well
for this work,
for this type of work.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I was just sat thinking really that my primary guy, but and Simon don't really strike me as very, very
funny.
funny. Well, funny, yes. I was trying, yeah. I was trying to think of the right word. But perhaps they are.
No.
But I like to laugh. I like to laugh all the time.
Yes,
I'm quite a jovial person, but obviously I'm not going to be doing trance work. So
no. And that's not to say that it has to be that way. If you think of some of the well-known trance channelers, the energies that come in to channel through them are not particularly funny, and they're not particularly informal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So some of the very well-known ones are quite different to the personalities of the host, effectively. Andrew would be the host, of course,
yes,
in this case. But for me, and the way that we work together, young Andrew and myself, then amalgamating the personality similarities was a requirement for me, really.
Okay, but not necessary for everybody.
No, not particularly.
No, okay.
But I think if the host personality is similar to the guide or the spirit's personality, then you get this additional effect. Because, of course, people get to know the person, they get to know the guide.
Yes.
The two personalities are different, of course, but if the humour level is similar, then that bounces off.
Yeah.
And I think people are receptive to that when they listen.
Yes.
And this is, of course, is the whole point, is that we're speaking continually to an audience. And it's the audience that make the choice as to who they want to give their time to.
Yes.
And, of course, what is in accordance with what they listen to.
Yep. That makes total sense. And I think generally our followers and our community loves your sense of humour.
Yes, that's nice to hear, my dear.
Yes.
It won't change.
Good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. We've got a few questions for you.
Yes, good.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Elaine's question from last week because we didn't get to it. So Elaine is asking, what is the reason that quite often spiritual workers struggle financially?
That's an interesting one, and most people do, actually. So generally it comes back to sense of self. Most spiritual people that are on a spiritual path have been through lots of trauma, stress, aggravation and chaos in their life. Deeply spiritual people, of course, are born into difficult families and have been through trauma and abuse. So generally the sense of self, sense of worth is quite low for most people.
Okay.
And it's a struggle to work forward from that. And of course, that means the confidence level generally is low. And they normally attract narcissistic people into their lives in terms of their personal relationships. So, of course, all of this leads to a very low vibration, low sense of self, low sense of confidence. And we know that to manifest anything, you have to have energy. You have to believe in what you do. You have to manifest it first on the astral before you get it into the physical.
Yeah.
And this is why so many spiritual people have financial problems, because they don't believe in themselves.
Right. Yeah. And in that case, probably don't charge enough either. If they're not, thinking about their own self-value or self-worth. Well,
this, of course, was another interpretation from the dark side. So when we look at what happens on this planet, we know that we have negative interference. So some of the negative interference that came into light workers quite some time ago was around the narrative of, if you're working for spirit, you should be doing it for free. But of course, you can't work for free, because you have to pay
the mortgage,
and you have to live, and you have to buy things.
Yes.
So lots of spiritual people found themselves in this situation. They were being targeted by friends, by family, by other people in the spiritual arena around the costings, and told they've got a gift. It's not a gift, it's hard work. And hard work comes at a cost, of course. So when people say you've got a gift to speak to spirit, therefore it should be passed on for free, of course it should not be passed on for free. Because if you can't work and can't pay your bills, the gift is useless. You can't use the gift. You have to be able to charge money and make money to live your life.
Of course, yes.
And then, of course, you can use your talent, your gift, your energy to help other people. But this was negative interference that seeded that whole concept into the light working spiritual arena, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we've had quite a few over the years that have, sort of had a little dig at us over that as well. But
Yes, and there will always
at the end
be.
of the day, have to pay bills.
There's always different opinions, and everyone is, or should have an opinion. But of course, if you're going to try to work in the way that you do, then if I come through and we talk and we do this and there's no financial recompense, then you have to have other ways of making money, which therefore means you don't have the time to do the work.
Yes, exactly. And is it true to say there needs to be an energy exchange?
Yes, it should be. Yes.
Yeah.
What you put in, you should get out.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
It's
Thank you, Elaine, for asking that. Yeah.
Good to cover too, of course.
Yes, well, yes, because most of the people that that follow us probably are doing some type of therapy or energy work or.
And as you know, my dear, you and I have had this conversation many times. We believe that the pricing structure should be set so that most people are able to afford the services.
Yes,
and
do as we're told.
Yes, and I know this doesn't go in agreement with many people particularly, but if we priced ourselves at a price point that the people that need the help cannot afford the help and the services, what point is there in providing the services?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, we've had to defend our corner on that quite a few times as well. We were asked not very long ago, well, Andy was, don't you value your work? Why is your clearing so reasonably priced? So there we are. But, well, thank you very much for that. Thank you, Elaine. Nick, hi, Andy and Jayne. I have a question for Chen, if possible. Chat GPT is telling us that plants like mullein, peppermint, sage, or nettle are healthy to smoke in many ways, and they have calming effects. So my question is, if we smoke or vape these plants, do they affect our aura? And is there any difference between smoking and vaping? Like this smoking is damaging the aura and maybe vaping not? Thank you very much.
Well, that's a good question.
It's interesting. You used to smoke nettles.
Of course. They were good for you. They are still good for you. So if we go back to the concept that this is back to nature, there are plants such as those we've discussed here that are very good for certain respiratory conditions, mullein, etc. We know this. So how do you get that internalized? So you can take it in capsule form, you can take it in oil form, pressed oil form. Of course, but if it's a respiratory problem that you have, then obviously smoking or ingesting into lungs is the best idea. So you're going to do that through some type of cigarette, tobacco or something, or of course the new method is vaping. Vaping obviously is aligned with many chemicals, as of course is tobacco. So going back in my day, of course, we just rolled up the leaves and basically
set fire to them.
There was lots of coughing and lots of smoke generally, but you did feel the effects. Of course, things have moved on somewhat.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, the products are incorporated into different types of things.
Yes.
But I don't think, from my perspective, aurically, which is the question, there is any damage to the aura, particularly from vaping or smoking. It depends what you're vaping and smoking. If you're smoking and vaping natural products, leaves effectively, then it's going to be minimal damage. If you're vaping or you're smoking cocaine or some type of illicit substance, then of course there is huge damage to the auric field.
So you're saying that smoking natural things isn't going to blow open your crown chakra and allow things in?
No. And tobacco, the same. If I look at someone that's smoking tobacco, I don't see auric perforation. There are no holes in the auric field from smoking tobacco. But when you start lacing that with lots of other chemicals and things, then of course there's going to be problems longer term.
Yes.
But then you've got the health considerations longer term from the addition of the chemicals.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Yes, my dear. Something that's dear to your heart.
Oh, yeah. Not very fondly, but Anyway, that was another lifetime smoking too much. I used to smoke, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of it now. It was a natural...
American Spirit.
American Spirit, thank you. Yes. Which we thought was much better for us because there was no nasty chemicals and things, but it was just very dry. And it did speed up the deterioration of my lungs somewhat. And then an undiagnosed pneumonia infection, I think, just about finished them off. Didn't it? Anyway, that's enough of me. Don't want to know.
Well, it's very interesting, my dear, because the tobacco probably wasn't the main problem, actually. Because, of course, natural tobacco is natural tobacco.
Yeah.
So it might burn slightly hotter, but of course you don't have the interlacement of the chemicals.
Yeah.
So in your condition, it was probably the additional problems that caused the majority of your current problem.
Right. Really. Yeah. And not the actual tobacco.
In my opinion, yes.
Yeah, it was the pneumonia that.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe you should go back to trying to smoke again.
Oh, no, thank you.
I was joking.
Yes, good. That might be one bit of advice I might not. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Nick, for your question. Very interesting. Got a question from a chap called Andy. How much chocolate is advisable per day?
Well, it depends. It depends how much exercise is done generally. So you can eat chocolate all day if the intake of chocolate is matched with the exercise level. I think the person that we're discussing probably doesn't do any exercise.
Yeah, it was very funny when I put out the post in the week for send in your questions for Chen. He was the first one on it. How much chocolate can I eat?
Yes. Well, everything in moderation, my dear, as we know.
Yeah, I know. He's got another box on the go at the minute.
Yes. Be noted.
That's it.
Yes, of course.
Oh, dear. Okay, thank you. Veronica has got a question. Another question for Chen. Can you please speak more on the family of light? Oh, you're making me hot again.
It is
I've got the
getting
window
warmer.
wide open. What groups of beings are the family made up of? Are many old races involved in their work on the earth?
When we talk about the family of light, she's talking generically, as in light energy, light workers.
What groups of beings are the family made up of? Yes.
Yes. Well, we work for the family of light, effectively. Yes. So I myself will be part of that continuum, as I would expect. And of course, there are a multitude of different species, if you like, different entities, other than those that have been human, that are comprised of these groups. They're all here on planet Earth working continually. Yes. Many of them, of course, have been here before humans ever evolved on the planet. So this is a planet in a long time continuum. Lots of things have changed, lots of things have happened, lots of the structures that you know and you see on the planet, again, were here before you as the human being was here, effectively. So this planet has a long history of extraterrestrial evolvement, really. Okay. And you're just here at this time slice at the moment, incorporated into your time slice. But of course, the human being will change, as everything changes over time.
Yes.
So if you look at the new humans coming in now, they're going to be different to the older ones. As the old generation moves out, so new energy comes in. Therefore, the fetus develops differently in the mother's womb when we have new energetics coming into the planet. And of course, the planet's moving effectively along a timeline. So that has to happen.
They're very busy, these new ones coming in.
I do watch, my dear. They are very busy.
Very tiring, really.
Yeah, with a very high vibration.
Absolutely, yes, we can see it, feel it. Yes. Yeah.
So they're vibrating at a high frequency, and this you see in their personalities. Of course, they're being diagnosed with different names. Different
it's just a name,
Asperger's or ADHD or whatever name is given, really. But the frequency of these people is very high.
Yes.
And of course, they're very intelligent too. And most of them will run rings around their parents as they develop. And if any parents are listening, then you have to understand that, of course, this is the case.
Yes.
The human version 2 is here, effectively. Telepathic, connected to other energies, connected to other entities, vibrating at a high frequency. They're going to be difficult children to teach because they will push back on negative programming. They know truth. When you look at them, they can tell truth from your energy, your frequency.
Yeah.
So of course, when you put them into a school system that's designed to close them down, and a lot of the information is very, very subjective, potentially untrue, these children won't assimilate that into their field.
No.
And that will make them very difficult for teachers. So any teachers watching, you have a hard task.
Yes. Yes, well, of course, this particular child has got a granddad that doesn't believe any of it too.
Well, that's
so he's going to have a little bit of
support.
Yes. Yeah.
And of course, these children will be being born into the families of the people that are listening to these podcasts, because you're the exact specific family unit that these new children are going to need to work with.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Okay, thank you very much. Iana Kelly-Smith says, when does Chen think the ETs will be totally accepted as existing? We've just sort of had a little chat about this, haven't we, really? And will be totally accepted as existing. And when does he think they will themselves be more widely known about and their crafts seen up close in the sky and on the ground?
Yes, all of those things are happening now, really.
Yes, we're going to see them, aren't we? If we're not already.
Some people see them. You yourself, my dear, know that at certain times you're contacted.
Yes.
Andrew knows when he's being contacted.
Yes.
So this is happening to the select people that are the right people for contact, effectively, because this is what we're talking about. Is the word contact is very important. It's contact, meaning the connection from other species to Earth humans. Well, contact has been happening for a long time in different places, in different ways. And of course, evolved species won't just turn up and say, here we are, because they've already been here before you were even here yourselves.
Yes.
So they've always been here. But of course, you have to wait for a species like a human to get to a point to be able to understand that these other entities aren't here to enslave everyone and to do negative things.
No.
There are negative species that are here with those agenda points, but of course they're working against the federations of light, effectively, that are here to do the opposite.
Yes.
So general contact has already been
established.
Yeah, certainly with most governments across the world. Most
Yep.
people in high office know that extraterrestrials exist. There are channelers, there are more and more channelers doing this now with other species. So every week there'll be new people being contacted that will be channeling other energies, other entities with different types of conversation. So contact has happened already. You're just going to see it start to quicken up completely. And of course you'll see this in the films, because the films and the content that you read and see will continually
It's already known.
Yes, will already have the hallmarks of this in.
Yes.
And when we overlay that with AI, the artificial intelligence, we have this concept of the 100th monkey, don't we, where something can be happening and then the 100th monkey starts to do or know about something that the other ones have been doing. How did he get to know about those things? Because the information has been moved along the field. So effectively, this is what effectively is already happening.
Yes.
So it's a good question. And there are people that will be already seeing extraterrestrials, but physically. I know obviously young Andrew has seen, you myself
I have
seen
yes.
and met extraterrestrial energies in the flesh, in human flesh.
I've seen one, not interacted.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
Yes.
Well,
you interacted. No, apart from me, my dear, you and Andrew interacted with one of your first encounters, if you remember, when you had a reading. There was no heartbeat.
Oh, yes.
Yes, a long time ago.
Yes. No mad. Gosh.
Yes.
How could I have forgotten him?
Yes. Well, that was E.T. in the physical.
Yes.
Sat in the room talking to you.
Yes. You've got a good memory, Chen.
I don't have a memory. Read the book, really. But that was over probably 23, 22 years ago.
That's about 22 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, so that happened 22 years ago.
Gosh, I wonder what he's doing now.
Well, he's probably not still in the same place, I guess. But
no, we went back to find him and we couldn't find him.
Of course. This is how it works.
Yes, nobody knew anything about him.
Of course.
That was most odd.
But he was instrumental in your journey.
Yeah. Yes. Was that you at the time? Oh, okay. No, but I mean, I don't mean you as in you were him, but, did you make that happen?
We may have orchestrated the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. It's part of the path.
Does anybody ever see flashing lights? I had 2 yesterday morning in the early hours. I know I was contacted, but I don't actually understand why. Through the curtain in the bedroom, 2 flashing lights one lower than the other. And it was a split second, but I saw it because it was so bright. So do you know what that might have been?
You're asking me, my dear?
Mm.
I do know.
Oh.
But I won't divulge on this conversation.
Oh, okay.
But it was a contact.
Yeah, I knew it was.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. But we'll talk about that privately.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Catherine's actually asking, what have you seen, Jayne? Well, apart from that, yesterday morning, I was in a local town, Chippenham. So it was some years ago now, probably maybe even 15 years ago.
17.
Oh, thank you. 17 years ago. And I was in a big store, and a gentleman was walking in front of me. It was quite small, quite slight. I was just picking the things up that I needed, and this guy suddenly stopped in front of me, and he turned around, and all he had on his face was a set of eyes. He had a hump, but that was it. There was nothing else, no mouth, no nose. So to answer your question, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. But then he turned around and he walked off. I was shocked and sort of rooted to the spot for a minute, well, a few minutes probably. But then when I went off to try and find him and see him again, he totally vanished. So that was my
an encounter
17 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so there have been others.
Pardon?
There have been others, of course.
Yes, maybe. I can't. Yes.
Yes.
Might not have noticed.
Well, sometimes, of course, they happen whilst you sleep. So, I mean, we obviously have the concept of abduction, but it's not abduction if it's pre-agreed. If it's part of your soul path, your spiritual path, then it's not abduction. It's a friendly meeting, effectively.
Yeah.
And this happens quite a lot to certain people.
Yes.
And there are meetings that happen off physical planet that have to happen in a different space. And therefore, of course, that is... the word abduction doesn't sit right for that type of meeting.
No, abduction is very, very negative, isn't it? The word.
Yes,
the word abduction, very no. Yes. Yeah, that's not, yes. But when it's an agreement, you can't call it an abduction,
you can call it a meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Andy quite often goes off for a meeting.
Yes.
Jono's usually there.
Yes, of course.
You're not going to say much about it, are you?
Well,
no.
No.
Okay, we'll move on. Thank you. Thanks for asking, Catherine. A funny story, isn't it? So Catherine says, hello, friends. Could you talk a little about Mercury retrograde? Retrograde. I can never say that word, please.
In terms of the energy?
I'm assuming.
So energetically, as most people realise, so when Mercury is in retrograde, there are a lot of different frequencies coming in that cause problems for most people.
Yes.
So again, it's a turbulent time for most people. So the time continuum is changing, the frequencies come in. Think of a wave that crashes onto a beach. You could have a nice quiet beach, very calm sea. The sand at the edge is very calm. And then, of course, you have big waves that come crashing over the top, push the sand out of the way. And, of course, they're quite destructive.
Yes. And
energetically, when Mercury is in that space, that's what happens to the time continuum window. Effectively, these energies come in that cause people lots of stress. It takes people back to sometimes bad memories, things that have happened in the past, things that haven't been dealt with. So they throw up a lot of difficult challenges for many people, that they start to remember things or see things or feel things. But again, this should be helpful, because the idea is that you work through your traumas, your problems, your challenges.
Yes.
And if you're working through them, you're clearing the energy, clearing the field.
Yes.
This, my dear, comes back to the start of the conversation. A spring clean, energetically cleaning your field, asking the guys to take away negative interference from your field. So these things overlap quite well. Really.
Yeah, it's a good time to have a clearing then, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, because that is coming up at the end of this month, isn't it? Mercury retrograde.
Yes, you did say.
I did. I did, got it right. Oh, thanks, Catherine. Camille says, I have seen flashes of light while my eyes are closed in bed. Any idea what that is?
Contact.
From guides?
Could be.
Okay.
Yes. mean, many people see orbs, what you call orbs, so energy around the room. And of course, the more spiritual you become, the higher your frequency, you start to see into different frequencies, and therefore you start to see more things.
Yes.
So someone that's totally cut off spiritually and just lives in the physical plane won't see anything more than likely, because their frequency isn't high enough to see anything.
Yeah.
The more you change your frequency, the more you open yourself energetically, therefore the wider your view becomes. So it's the same concept. You can tune into more radio frequencies as you change your frequency.
Yes.
Those people that have a very low, dense vibration, that are very connected to the physical, obviously they're only listening to one radio station.
Yes. Yes. So once you start opening yourself up spiritually, you start hearing and seeing other things.
Yes. Which is also when, of course, you need to learn to protect
yourself.
That energy. Yes. Because that's when you do become vulnerable if you're not careful.
Yeah. I think Camille knows that, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you are. That's the answer to your question. You were being contacted. Ruth says, what energy or theme is the collective moving through at the moment?
That's a good question. I'd expect that from Ruth. Yes.
Thanks, Ruth.
We have her cards marked, of course, as she knows. At the moment, what you're seeing is you're seeing the negative dark interference being perforated by light, basically. So you're seeing all of these things coming into the media. So all of your politicians that are aligned and they're doing negative things are being held up. So basically truth and the vibration of truth is permeating this very stagnant, stale, negative interference. And the light is starting to shine in some very difficult places for those people in the world that are doing very negative things. And those organizations too.
We've seen it out, haven't we?
Yeah, so there are many companies, corporations that do nefarious things behind the scenes. And this won't stop with people. It started with people with names, as you all know. I know we can't say names, my dear.
No, but everybody is current, so everybody knows.
Yes. But corporations is the next thing. So you'll start to hear about companies that are doing nefarious things as part of their corporate operations. So this is going to carry on.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, it's exciting.
The more light we can inject, the better then.
And that's why we do this group meditation to thump the grid, because we take and we harness all of the energy of that collective group, amplify it many, many times, and then we unleash it into that energetic grid in a split second. And it basically forces its way through many, many corrupt levels of energy, blocking the energetics for the whole planet. So it's a wonderful thing to do.
Yes. Well, our next one's this coming Sunday.
Yes, it's in my diary, my dear.
Well, I should hope it is. We'll remind you nearer the time. Yes. So we've got so far we've still got a few days to go. We've got about as many as last time enrolled on it, and we have put out a little post just explaining that you do need to be there on the actual evening, or whatever it is in your time zone, because Chen would like everybody present to thump the grid, so there won't be a recording of this.
It's live work.
It's live work. Yes. Thank you. So but yes, come along to the website, sign up. If you there's 2 meditations, isn't it? You do a nice love heart clearing meditation to start with, don't you? Smiling. Have I got that?
We have to clear the field of the people involved.
Yes.
So the first thing is to clear your field as part of the meditation. So you get some healing, you get some clarity. We clear some negativity from the group, basically. And then, of course, when the vibration is high enough, we move to the second part where we actually go on the guided meditation from a planetary perspective. And this is where we thump the grid.
Yes. We send that lightning bolt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's seen from space.
I know. You said that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's how much difference. Just a couple of hundred people.
Yes. You don't need thousands. Thousands would be lovely, of course.
I know, you said that. Yeah.
But when we start to get to big numbers, there's a huge amount of change that starts to happen.
Yes. Well, you said it is happening. Thank you. Dawn McGuire says, are we all Earth seeds and star seeds right now here on Earth? Did the star seeds recently show up to raise the vibration to move into 5D.
Yes.
Oh, there we are. Thank you.
So we have Earth-based people energetically, and we have star seeds. I mean, everyone is a star seed, of course, effectively, because the spiritual energy that comes into the fetus at birth is from a different frequency. It's from spirit, effectively.
Yes.
But when we talk about star seeds, we're talking about very high vibrating individuals that are being born at this time in the planet to bring their high vibration in and obviously start to forge this change. And these are the people that are leading, or should be leading, the spiritual wave. So these are the people that you see on Gaia TV, the people that you see on Netflix's, on whatever you're watching that's spiritual, that has a spiritual leader or someone leading a spiritual group, organization, team. These are star seeds, and they're here to forge change. And generally they're very difficult people to align yourself with, because they don't take no for an answer.
Oh, it's Andy Starseed.
Of course, my dear.
Am I?
You know, of course. That's why you challenge each other.
Oh, we'll do it nicely, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Knives at dark.
Oh, that's funny. Candy, Chen, can you just give any cryptocurrency? What's your
Cryptocurrency?
Yes.
Again, everything is evolving on the planet. So we look at cryptocurrency has appeared at the same time as AI, effectively.
Yeah.
So there's it's not a coincidence.
No.
So humanity is being moved in a different direction. So if we look at what the concept of what cryptocurrency was supposed to be, it was supposed to be an alternative method from the old control system, really.
Yeah.
So crypto is supposed to be a decentralized method.
Undetectable.
Yes. And that's effectively what it is to a certain degree. So it is an opponent to the current system.
Okay.
Which is good, of course.
Yes.
And effectively AI has, again, positive and negative sides to it, but the positive sides of AI, when linked to cryptocurrency, mean that the old system has already failed, really. So the old banking system is legacy already, just that no one realizes that's happened. Those in power and those that run things know very well that the old system is effectively dead, really.
Yeah.
It's just limping its way to the line. And the new world will be, of course, based upon new technology.
Technical, yes.
In different ways.
Yeah.
But there's obviously the negative interference that is trying to take that in a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, cash is king in this house.
Which is legacy, old currency, really.
Yes, I know.
But of course, when the internet's down, you can still buy your fuel with cash.
Yes. 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 Okay. Well, thanks for asking, Candy. I hope that. Oh, one other thing I was going to say is do your due diligence. Stumbling over my words this evening. Do your research. There's lots of crypto companies that aren't legitimate, isn't there?
Yes.
So make sure you find the one that is.
Yes. There's always scams.
Yes.
And in anything new, if people don't understand it particularly well, then you're at a vulnerable position to be scammed.
Yeah.
So it's a case of anything that sounds to be too good to be true always is, generally. So if someone's promising you that you put £50 or $50 into a crypto scheme and you become a millionaire overnight, then of course they wouldn't be running it themselves anyway, because they'd already be millionaires. So they wouldn't need the scheme. And of course you'll find that the money will disappear as fast as magic, effectively.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And thank you, Candy. Okay, I'm conscious of the time. It's 10:02, so we've got time for a couple more. Tina Brown, this is interesting. I work near the space industry and I feel like I'm a beacon for some type of communication.
It's a contact evening.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
People are talking about contact.
Yes.
So of course that probably is the case. So again, if you're working in an industry that is all around space exploration or the exploration of conscious awareness, because in theory we don't really need space vehicles. We know that conscious awareness is not connected to the physical. Your conscious awareness isn't in your mind. When you die, it continues. We know that. I'm here as a conscious energy in a different physical body.
Mm.
So space exploration really, again, is legacy. Why would you need it?
Yes.
Because it's only trying to get a physical body onto a different planet or somewhere different. But already the conscious awareness can be there and does go there. So again, it's a legacy concept, really,
So,
mainly for more elite people that like the idea, for different reasons, of leaving the planet. But of course,
you're being careful.
being warned what's
Oh,
happening. So yes,
Okay.
that's the general concept.
right. Thank you. So really, the space station is just for us, as in humans, isn't it?
It's
Because we would need that, but they don't, do they?
it's distraction, really. If you remember, my dear, over time, there was always this looking out to space to see if we can find anything.
Mm.
So I told you earlier, the governments already contact and sit with extraterrestrials over lunch.
Yes.
So why would they need to be looking for life when it sits in their office?
Are you allowed to say that, really?
Well, it was subjective.
Okay. Right.
I might get my
Had
wrist.
our knuckles wrapped before.
Yes, I might. That's close.
Don't want a big black car arriving outside of the house.
Well,
really.
it's the reality.
It is. I know it is. Yes. Yes. We just have to be careful, don't we?
Yes.
Jupiter's law. How do the planets influence your healing or attack? It is very, very ET based, isn't it? Tonight.
Yes, it's good. Interesting.
Yes. Yes. So that was the question. How do the planets influence your healing or your attacks?
In terms of, so as the planets are moving, of course, energy is moving. So when bodies become close to each other, obviously there's magnetics involved. So there's frequency, there's energy. So of course, you know that when the full moon is out, energetically, it's a more vulnerable time for most spiritual people.
Yeah.
And of course, people that are doing negative occult practices do them on full moons. You also have witches and people that do good things on full moons.
Yes.
So again, there's intention comes into play. So the same with the planetary conversation, that most of it is intention based, but of course it can be backed up by the energetics. So we know that if you go to places on the planet that have strong energetics and you do some sort of occult practice, whether it be healing or you're cursing somebody or something, then of course it's magnified by the energy of the place that you do it. So you know, my dear, you live very close to Avebury.
Yes.
It's a huge energetic centre, huge portal, really. Different energies are coming and going continually.
Lots like going on underground, isn't it?
Yes. So if you go there on a full moon, you see certain groups of people that are doing different things. If you go there during the middle of the month, you'll see different people doing different things.
Yes.
So embracing the energetics depending upon the intention of what they wish to do.
Yes. And their beliefs.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, when you work in groups, everything's magnified. So one person doing healing on their own with another person, energetically confined. But if you're working in a group where there's people healing each other, but there's groups sat around, then everything's magnified to the recipient, of course.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Very quickly, just another 2. Ambassador of Light has a question about walk-ins. When is this most likely to happen? I know. Anyway.
Yes, no, go on, my dear. You say.
Well, no, I was just going to say when you haven't done your protection,
Yes.
when you're feeling very low, that
Yes.
lowers your vibration, doesn't it? And walk-ins would seize the opportunity, wouldn't they?
Yeah, so when the field is broken, generally through substance, or of course anaesthetic. So when you're having a physical operation, you have a full anaesthetic, then of course we know that that's a poison. So the word anaesthetic is basically covering the word poison. So you poison the spiritual and the physical body. The spirit leaves the physical, stays connected. The person having the operation doesn't feel the pain of the surgeon's instrumentation, knife and such like. And then, of course, the antidote is given at the end of the anaesthetic, which relocates the spirit back into the physical. So drugs, really, the substance can cause vulnerability that walk-ins can occur. Also, of course, if someone finds life so difficult, maybe they get to a suicidal ideation point in their life. They don't want to continue. So they make a choice that they're going to commit suicide. When that thought process goes out to the guides the guides might think, let's not waste the opportunity of the physical body, and they swap. So a person basically energetically is backed off, and then a new spirit comes in, which is a walk-in effectively. And then the families notice that the new personality is so different to the old one. They like different food, they do different things.
Maybe speak differently, different lingo.
Maybe different sex. It may have been a male spiritual energy before, and then a female comes in. So you see, so you may then see some transvestite type of change in the person, or some different type of sexual choice that happens.
So where does the original one go?
Back to spirit, so back home, as if they died.
As if they died.
Yes, but the spiritual body is open, the encapsulation is open to allow that spirit in, controlled by the guides generally. So the guides would allow.
Oh, they do. Okay.
They swap. So if you, the same as a car, really, the door's open, the driver and passenger leave, a new driver and passenger arrive. The guides control the doors, they swap over and then drive off down the road.
Bit like you and Andy.
Bit like
you
what we do. Yes, we do swap. Yes.
But he comes back.
Yes, he eats chocolate all day. I smoke nettles. We all have our choices.
You can. Yes. And very, very quickly, because we are at the end of the hour, Catherine says the sun is so different now, soft and white, and often with a rainbow halo. I wouldn't know, Catherine, because we don't see the sun in this country. But can Chen speak on this? Is there a reason for it, or is it just a part of the world she's living in? That's, maybe that something's thinning, or
things are changing.
Yes,
the energetics are changing, and of course the sky has been percolated with different chemicals, which of course is changing the view.
Yeah.
So what's actually happening? The sky, or the energy from the sun, is being blocked, basically. Again, I need to be slightly careful.
Yes.
But effectively that, of course, if you imagine puffing smoke up into the air and you're looking at the sun, you're not seeing the direct sun anymore. You're looking through the encapsulation of the smoke.
Yeah.
So it's man-made change more than anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So it's basically it's what we see happening that's causing the changes.
And of course the halo also.
Yeah. What would that be?
Well, when you think about when it rains and the sun comes out, you see a rainbow.
Yes.
So you're seeing light reflected or refracting through the water, basically.
Yeah.
So if you've got a halo around the sun, you're seeing the same type of thing. So you're seeing the light being reflected or refracted by whatever's in the air, the atmosphere, or the upper atmosphere, really, of course.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's interesting. Ruth says, I was going to say that too. What sun? What is the sun, Ruth?
Yes. Well, it used to be a big yellow ball.
It did. Yeah, it used to be something that gave us some nice bright sunlight and daylight. But, well, thank you, Chen.
Yeah, that's been
wonderful
good.
Evening. Thank you.
We've covered many questions.
We have.
Along the topic of contact, which I do so enjoy myself. Because, of course, we are here working together. We are spiritual energies and entities working with you as physical humans. So there is collaboration every day. And the more you open yourself up to the concepts, you just have to use your intuition to decide who you're listening to and the quality of the content that they're channeling. Because any of you can channel. It depends who you channel, of course. And some people think they're channeling positive energies or entities, and they're not. They're channeling imposter energies or entities. But of course, if they are channeling the negative, then the wording will be negative, the vibration will be negative, and the messaging will be negative. So this is where you'll see the conspiratorial conversations continually coming out, designed to create fear. So anyone that's channeling a guide, that's channeling and aligning with conspiratorial conversations, whether they be true or not, that's done to create fear from the guide's perspective or the spiritual entity's perspective. So this is where we have to use our intuition to think, does this feel good? It might be true, but if it doesn't feel good and positive, it's designed to bring the energy down of the people that listen, and therefore it's probably an imposter.
Yep, good bit of advice.
Discernment.
Thank you very much.
You have to use discernment.
Yes, that's a big word lately, isn't it?
And what was the card today, my dear? Trust not your eyes.
Yeah, again.
Yes.
Again. I keep drawing that one. There's 55 cards in our deck. Well, your deck.
Is there 55 trust not your eyes cards?
Well, it's beginning to feel like that. It tends to get pulled nearly all the time.
Well, it's what's happening.
Mm.
At the moment, the energy and what's going on collectively that young Ruth asked about, of course, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing that there is a hooded conversation going on. So trust not what you see, basically.
Yes.
Or what you hear either, of
My
course.
dad used to say that.
Yes.
That was his...
He's a wise man.
Yes. He was, actually, wasn't he?
Yes.
He didn't put his didn't put it to very good use most of his life.
Well, not in the right way we would understand.
No,
of course.
No. So lots of people are saying thank you. Elaine, love hearing the galactic information. Camille says thank you. Priscilla, thank you, Chen. Michael, Samuel, Nick, Magdalena, they're all saying thank you.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. It's been an interesting night's conversation. And it's interesting how we have these themes. And of course, the theme, if you notice, takes place organically. So when you start to talk about a particular concept, like contact, suddenly everything goes along that same line.
Yes.
Because you manifest, everyone on here manifests the questions in their mind, the things they'd like to know answers to, and that organically pulls in that energy from the field, effectively.
Yes. Well, we've got something very exciting happening, haven't we, on Wednesday? So hopefully by the end of the week, there'll be a podcast that goes out because we're recording it on Wednesday. You're going to have a chat with Ruth, Spirit Guide, King, aren't you?
Yes, it's a first.
I'm really excited. It is, isn't it?
Yes. And lots of people have been talking. Wouldn't it be interesting to get two people channeling two different guides at the same time and the guides speak to each other? So we have had the concept for quite some time.
Yes.
But it's never really manifested.
No.
And now, of course, young Ruth is happy to enjoy the conversation, let's say.
Yes.
Because, of course, there's an awful lot of trust required.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm hosting, so I do need to trust you both.
For both channelers, of course, and obviously the host. But it's going to be... It's a wonderful opportunity to show the merits of channeling different energies, different opinions, different ideas. King is the guide that Ruth channels.
Yes.
And he has different ideas and opinions to me.
So
it's not going to be the same conversation given from me. It's going to be two different spiritual entities discussing whatever the hot topics are.
Good.
We're looking forward to it.
Do you need us to find the questions, or are you and King going to?
But we could talk all day, most probably. Yes.
Okay.
But of course, there would be the content from the audience is the most interesting, which is why we do these questions and answers.
Yes.
Because we could talk about anything all day long, but we want to talk about what people are interested to hear. And contact has been a very interesting topic this evening, so we've covered it quite well, hopefully.
Yes.
And obviously, when I discuss spiritual things with King, it will be good to have an agenda that we can talk about, because we will have different opinions.
Interesting.
Yes. Be very exciting.
Yes, it will. So it won't be a live chat. This one, I mean, it might be in the future, mightn't it, Ruth? But this one will be pre-recorded. And then we'll pop it out towards the end of the week, probably.
Yes. Good.
So look out for that.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you.
It's been my pleasure, my dear. I can still feel this heat in the room, you know.
No, I've got the window wide open now as well.
Yes. Energetically hot. Lucky things don't melt.
Well, I might be a little pool of water in a minute.
Imagine if the sun was out. You did see the sun. You might be better off not seeing the sun.
Oh, no, I want to see the sun.
Well, for the podcast duration.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Well, I will say good day to you all. It's been my pleasure, and we'll look forward to next week's conversation and obviously my conversation with you soon.
Yes, Wednesday.
Okay.
Thank you, Chen.
Good day.
All right, drink water.
I'll drink my Chen cup.
Catherine says, who needs the sun when you've got Chen? Yeah. Yeah, true. Well, hopefully, I mean, we've all had a chat, haven't we? You, me and Ruth, and hopefully there might be a little series of 6 episodes or something Oh, sorry, you don't know what we've been talking
No,
about, do
no,
you?
I don't know about it. Just thought I'd listen, covertly, really.
We've been talking about the podcast that we're going to record on Wednesday evening between King and
Oh,
Chen.
yeah, cool. Yeah,
So
that'd be good.
yes, it will. Yeah. So anyway, we've run over our hour again.
It's all right.
We do like asking Chen some questions.
Yeah, I'm sure no one minds if we're 5 minutes over. And of course, these are recorded anyway, so they can be watched and catch up, which is all good.
Yes, that's true.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll say good evening, morning, afternoon to everybody. And for those listening on catch up, obviously we'll get this kind of recording processed, and we tend to pop it up on, well, it's going to be on YouTube under live anyway, but then we pop it up on the podcast platforms. So that'll be on Apple, Amazon, and Spotify pretty soon, which will be good.
Yep.
And
wonderful.
We'll look forward to catching you all next week. So thanks for joining.
And we'll see you next Monday.
Yep. Take care.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Cheers, folks. Bye-bye.